New reports say that Wonder Woman is being cast for Man of Tomorrow. But you know, guys, I'm not so sure. In a minute, I'm going to tell you why. First, we're going to look at an article from comicbookmovie.com, not Cosmic Book News. You guys hate that place. But comicbookmovie.com put out an article that examines some casting stuff from Man of Tomorrow that they theorize could be Wonder Woman. I will tell you at the end why I think that's not the case. But it's possible. But we're going to look at this and just, figure out what they say. So, new Man of Tomorrow rumor points to potential Wonder Woman debut. So what is the rumor? What kind of rumor? It says, according to a new report, DC Comics superheroine will make her DCU debut in James Gunn's Superman follow-up, and the physical description sounds like it could be Wonder Woman, which is pretty intriguing because she does have a distinct physical description, but how much of that are we going to get? Fresh details and intel on the DCU continues to roll in as the DC fandom waits for fresh content following the release of Superman and Peacemaker Season 2, which, by the way, I want to interject, I really wish we had just gotten a solid Superman 2 without the extra characters for support, just him, but instead we're going Lex Luthor route where it's like a shared thing between him and him. I'm not happy about that. It might be good, but I'm not happy. Up next is the release of Lanterns and Supergirl, but the upcoming project that might just be the most intriguing is Man of Tomorrow. I am excited about the premise, guys. Don't misunderstand my cautiousness. If I was going to write a Superman movie, it would not be what he's told us so far he's doing. So that makes me not excited. I also wasn't excited about Superman having other characters, and they didn't bother me at all. I just wish they weren't there. I'm losing my place. In that Superman follow-up, David Cornsweet's Man of Steel and Nicholas Holt's Lex Luthor will be teaming up to confront Brainiac. Why didn't I report on Brainiac? Because we already knew it, guys. It was so obvious. It was in the storyboarding, like it wasn't even, it wasn't a big deal. Okay, so this is where we start talking about Wonder Woman. According to a new report from Nexus Point News, which if you guys know Nexus Point News and whether or not they're reliable, please put it in the comments because I don't know anything about them. A new DC Comics superheroine will make her DCU debut. What does new DC Comics superheroine mean? I don't know. This is what it says. It says, per the site, a new female hero is being cast for the film. She's described, again, let's remember, new. What does that mean? Does that mean new like we've never heard of them? Or, you know what I mean? Like, what does that mean? She's described as being in her late 20s, having an edge to her. What's interesting is that there's a height requirement for this character, and they're looking for taller actresses. It doesn't tell us, I don't think, what the height is. In addition, the character is being described as being a warrior and having a strong physique. All details point to this character being Wonder Woman. Now, that's what comicbookmovie.com, I can't even get it right, is saying that Nexus Point News said. We'll continue in just a second here, but I do think that a warrior with a strong physique that's tall in her late 20s, that sounds like Wonder Woman. But here's the thing, guys. James Gunn hasn't exactly been, well known for taking popular comic book characters and continuing their story just like everybody else has done. He's done quite the opposite. The Guardians of the Galaxy movies are famous now, but when that first one came out, nobody knew who he was. By the way, if you did know who the Guardians of the Galaxy were, put that in the comments, because I didn't. I'd never heard of Guardians of the Galaxy before whenever James Gunn had that movie come out. I also never heard of James Gunn before. So, that was kind of around the time that I actually heard about who he was. So you got to realize, a guy that takes a Superman movie and says he's going to have Green Lantern, Hawkwoman, and, Mr. Terrific. Everybody knows, there's only one Mr. Terrific. But the point is, Mr. Terrific wasn't somebody that everybody knew. And Hawk Girl was not the Hawk Girl Thungarian that we all know. And Green Lantern was not the Green Lantern that we all know. So whenever it's casting for a strong, tall, warrior-type woman, I really don't see James Gunn going straight to Wonder Woman. Not to mention, Man of Tomorrow is going to be Superman and Lex Luthor fighting against an alien entity. They may be traversing space a bit. They may be going places that aren't on Earth. They may be going out of the bounds of that. So although it's possible it's Wonder Woman, I think it's very likely it could be. James Gunn likes to do this kind of stuff. He likes to take things and almost do it. Like with Green Lantern, we got Guy Gardner. We did not get Hal Jordan, okay? Or Jon Stewart for that matter. He could be doing an Amazon. It could be like Artemis of Bana Migdal. That's very possible. Or he could be doing Maxima. Maxima is like a royalty. I think it's been a while since I've seen her or anything, but and she's a tough warrior type royalty woman. It could even be something like Starfire that he just does differently. It could be. There are so many tall warrior women in the DC universe that, like, I'm not really thinking that this is for sure Wonder Woman. And it's also possible that the part of the rumor that's fake or false or whatever is that casting is even happening. I don't know how to check on that. I'm not really sure. But, all of that is possible. So to get excited about Wonder Woman being in the DCU might be a little premature, or in Man of Tomorrow, I should say, might be a little premature because that description could describe so many DC characters. It really could. I would be cool with it if it was, but I kind of hope it's not Wonder Woman, because what we did with the DCEU is we had Superman, then we wanted to have, or Man of Steel, we wanted to have a Man of Steel 2. I didn't get that. We didn't get Man of Steel 2. It got morphed and turned into Batman versus Superman, which a lot of people told me the best thing they thought about with that movie was Wonder Woman. So I don't want that kind of thing happening again, where you think it's going to be a Superman movie, and before you know it, you're like, hey, I'm actually enjoying this person that has nothing to do with Superman, in the movie more than anything else. I would really like for Man of Tomorrow to be more focused on Superman. I know that probably won't happen, but the point is, I don't know, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think that this is probably going to be Wonder Woman? Or do you think that this is very possibly, like I said, Maxima or another Amazon or somebody else? I mean, it could be, there's just so many different people it could be. Maxima would be a great option because you never know. Brainiac could have tried to defeat her world, or possibly did defeat it, and she could just be going around being like, hey, I'm going to kill him. Where's he at? Where's Brainiac? So I see other options as being more likely, knowing that James Gunn does not like to do the status quo. He just doesn't. He's not known for that. Even his Superman movie that he, acted like was going to be all classic and stuff, it is its own thing. It is not like, oh yeah, that's Christopher Reeve. No, it's its own thing. So I don't expect Wonder Woman to be in Man of Tomorrow. If you think that she's going to be in Man of Tomorrow, let me know. I don't know. I'm really not sure. Anyways, guys, don't forget to check out my Amazon store. All Superman stuff all in one place just for you. And also, watch one of these videos.